Shalom family, Shalom Israel. This is BOW Classrooms, right? And today we're going to be talking about Shabbat, the regulations, the rules, etc. Like everything, not everything, but we're going to get the important me of it, right? And my name is Emmanuel, by the way. And first and foremost, my bad. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh by Shimmy Yahushai, right? But let's not take no time out of this, man. Let's get right to this. We're gonna start at Genesis 1 from the top. From the top. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Right. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And I wanted to bring this out because, we know that in this chapter and in the beginning of chapter 2, it talks about the 7 days, the creation of what the Most High has made. And so this day, he created light and darkness. Right? Well, darkness was there, but he created light. And he divided those two things. And he saw that was good. And I wanted to bring this point because this is the point I wanted. Salakia. And because it says in verse 5, "And the evening and the morning were the first day." And I just wanted to bring out this point that days in general, they're supposed to start from sundown to sundown, evening to evening. That's why it says in verse 5, and the evening and the morning were the first day. So the evening and then the morning were the first day, because the next day starts on the evening again, right? So that's where we get our understanding, right? It's pretty simple, but some people in Israel just don't understand that. But let's skip a little bit, right? Let's go to the next chapter from the top. And it reads, "Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. On the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made." Right? So God, he had rested on the seventh day. He did no work, right? And he sanctified it. He made it holy. He hallowed it. And I want to go to the blue letter real quick, right? Because the word for sanctified here is, let's see, what's the Slovakia? Is this word. The pronunciation for the word in Hebrew, right, is this one.
Strong's H6942.
Kadash, right? Kadash.
Second entry.
Oh, Slovakia. But anyways, this word sanctified means Kadash, which is holy, to be set apart. So he made this day set apart from the other days, because he worked 6 days, but he rested on this day, the seventh day. So that's why this is where we get the Shabbat. Right? It's pretty simple. But let's continue. Right? Let's go to the law. Let's go to Moses, because this is where he pushed the fact that we had to keep this law, the Shabbat. So let's get to it. Let's go to Exodus 20 and verse 8. "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God, and in it shalt not do any work." Right? We're not supposed to do any work. "Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in the 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it." So like I just brought it out, 6 days you work, 7th day you're supposed to rest, right? And he's saying not only just you, but your cattle, your manservant, your maidservant, etc. And he hallowed it, and he blessed this day, right? That's the thing. He made it set apart. He hallowed it. It's holy. So we're supposed to keep it holy, set apart. Right? And I just wanted to bring that out. Right? But let's go to Exodus 35, 3:5 from the top. And it reads, so I can, right, yeah, from the top. And Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together and said unto them, These are the words which the Lord hath commanded, that ye should do them. 6 days shall work be done, but on the seventh day there shall be to you a holy day, like I was just bringing it up before, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. You know, obviously this is just like he's just saying it again to the people, like, hey, you gotta take a rest on the seventh day. You can work the 6 days, but on the seventh day you have to rest. But there's a consequence, and that consequence is death. So if you work on the seventh day, you finna die, right? Because the wages of sin is death, and we know that sin is the transgression of the law. So we just add those two up, connect the dots. But I wanted to get this point because this is another important regulation, you know. And it's going to be at verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day. So we're not supposed to cook. This is what this verse is talking about. We're not supposed to cook on the Shabbat. No cooking. And you might say, like, oh, wait, hold up, yo, what am I gonna eat then? Like what? Let me tell you. The Most High, He was like, hey, I thought about this already. I'm gonna make it so y'all have to prepare for the Shabbat. And it's now we call it the preparation day, right? So they had a preparation day for the Shabbat so we can be cool. So let's go to that. Let's go to how we prepared for the Shabbat. We got to go back. Let's go to Exodus 16. Exodus 16. Let's go to it. Oh, it's like, and we're going to start at verse 22. Yeah. And it reads, And it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man. And all the rulers of the congregation came unto Moses. And he said unto them, This is what which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Shabbat unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today, and see if that ye will see, and see if that ye will see, and that which remaineth overlay up for you to be kept until the morning. So it's pretty much saying tomorrow. He's saying, people, everyone, tomorrow's the Sabbath day, but whatever you bake today, you're supposed to lay it up for tomorrow. So you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, cook for today and lay it up for the next day as well, which is the Shabbat, the next day, meaning the Shabbat. That's what it's trying to say. Right, but let's read on. Verse 24. And they laid it up till the morning, and Moses bade, as it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein. So he's saying it's not going to stink, Israel. It's not going to stink. You're going to be cool. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the food. It's going to be all right. And let's go to 25. And Moses said, Eat that today, for today is a Sabbath day, or a Sabbath unto the Lord. Today ye shall not find, today ye shall not find it in the field. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the 7th day for to gather, and they found none. So there was people trying to gather shit on the Shabbat, but the Most High didn't let them find anything. Right? That's beautiful. Right? And the Lord said unto Moses, How long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws? See for that the Lord hath given you the Sabbath. Therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. So on the preparation day, he's gonna allow us to have bread for 2 days for the preparation day and the Sabbath. Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. just bringing out the point. Solidifying it. You're gonna be cool on the You're gonna be cool on the Sabbath. You're gonna prepare for 2 days. You're gonna prepare, right? That's why we have a preparation day. The Most High knew that we had to, we had to eat on the Sabbath, of course. So He let us prepare. So I just wanted to bring that out because it's really important. But I want to go to the New Testament. Let's go to the New Testament. I want to go to Luke 23. Luke 23, verse 54. It's just and this is just talking about like the context of it. And this is Yahweh Shai, after he had been crucified, and the people around him, they're preparing things for the Shabbat, essentially, right? But let's read it. And that there was a preparation, and the Sabbath drew on. And the woman also, which came with him from Galilee, followed after, and behold, the sepulchre, and how his body was laid. And they returned and prepared spices and ornaments, and rested the Sabbath day, according to the commandment. So these people were actually, doing what was according to the law. They were like preparing, and then they rested on the Sabbath day, like even after the fact that Yahweh Shai had, been crucified and etc. Right? So even in the New Testament, they was doing this, right? So we got to keep it. We got to keep it. It's crazy how our people don't like want to listen, but it's all right. It's all right. We're bringing it out for a reason. But there's another regulation. We can't work 6 days. We got to prepare for our food. Or we can't work. So like I said, we can't work 6 days. We can't work one day. We can work 6 days. Right? So 7th day we can't work. We got to prepare our food. And we can't buy nor sell on the Sabbath either. So let's go to... I want to get this one first. According to the other one. After... Yeah, there you go. It's in Nehemiah. So let's go to Nehemiah 10:31. And it reads, and if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we will not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day, and that we would leave the 7th year in exaction of every debt. So like they had knowledge and understanding that they weren't supposed to sell on the Sabbath day or the holy days. You know what I'm saying? So that's just another regulation that we have to keep. Can't sell, can't buy. It's like I'm burping. But yeah, that's just another thing. And let's go to Amos chapter 8 and verse 5. This is another precept. Saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit. So this is talking about our brothers. They were waiting for the new moon and the Shabbat to be over so they could sell their wheat. So this is how we know we're not supposed to be selling on the Shabbat. This is how we know we're not supposed to be buying on the Shabbat. Because these people were freaking waiting. It's folly. Like, we're not supposed to think that way, but they understood that you weren't supposed to buy or sell on the Shabbat. It's crazy though, because you know what I'm saying, they were like, man, like I can't wait. Like I can't wait until the Shabbat is over, man. I want to go to the corner and buy and sell my elote so I can make money, do my grind. No, the Most High, He said that we had to work 6 days, and on the 7th day we rest. Don't think about the work. Don't think about all that. Rest on the Shabbat. Don't work. You're cool. Stop thinking about, oh, I can't wait to warm up my food. I can't wait. I just can't wait. Bro, like, you're just a nerd. Like, stop thinking like that. Rejoice in the feast days. Rejoice in the feast days. Don't be like, oh, man, another Shabbat, another day. I can't grind and make money. Man, dude, That's what the white man has forced us upon us. Because the white man, he wants us to work every day of the week and be his damn dogs, man. He wants us to stay in the plantation 25/8. You feel me? It's it's crazy, man. But our people are lost, so that's why they don't understand that. We have a rest day. Our people love the work, so I see why, right? But let's go to an example in the New Testament too. Let's go to an example in the New Testament, just like how like they were recognizing the Sabbath day as well. So let's go to it. It's gonna be in Acts. Um, yeah, let's go to it. It's gonna be in Acts 1. And the context of it is when Yahweh Shah he was gonna be brought back up. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be Acts 1, and we're gonna start at verse 10. 10, yeah, 10, 10, 10. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up and beheld, two men stood by him in Slack. Two men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus which is taken up from you into heaven shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. Then returned they unto Jerusalem from the mount called Elivet, which is from Jerusalem, a Sabbath day journey. Right? So the men, you know what I'm saying? The disciples were like, they saw Yahweh Shai get rise back up, and they were like, okay, let's go back to Jerusalem. And that was gonna be a Sabbath day journey. So, they knew it was the Shabbat. So, they knew couldn't buy nor sell. And yeah, they were just doing a Shabbat journey. Right? I just wanted to bring that up because it's important. Because people are like, oh no, Shabbat's only in the Old Testament. Oh, that's only this. Oh, that's only that. No, they recognized it. They recognized it. Right? The people that really followed Christ, the people that really followed His word, followed the Shabbat. They knew about it. Right? So I just wanted to bring that up. And let's go to this. And the reason why, the reason why they were keeping it in the first place, because they knew that the law was forever. They knew that the law was forever. Let's go to the Apocrypha. Let's go to 2nd Ezra. Let's go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 31. So let's get this. Chapter 9, 31. Yeah. And it reads, For behold, I sow my law in you, and it shall bring fruit in you, and ye shall be honored in it forever. Gotta keep the law, because it will bring us fruit, and we shall be honored in it forever. Right? Like, why wouldn't you want to keep the Shabbat? We're going to be honored if we do this. So, come on. Like, it's not even like debatable. Like, you should do the Shabbat. Like, because, we're supposed to, but we should just do it anyways. It'll bring you fruit. It'll bring you fruit at the end of the day. But let's go to Psalms, right? Psalms 111. Let's go Psalms 111. And verse 7. The works of his hands are verity and judgment, and his commandments are sure. His commandments are sure. The Shabbat is sure. The preparation day is sure. Right? It's steadfast. Like it's steady. It's it's set in stone. It's set in stone. That's what I was trying to say. In verse 8, they stand fast forever and ever, are done in truth and uprightness. Right? We're supposed to keep this Sabbath in truth and in uprightness. We're not supposed to, half-ass it and do whatever the hell we want. We're supposed to keep it in truth and in uprightness. It's a really important law. You can't juggle this around and say, oh, we can do this, but we can't do that on the Shabbat. No. Whatever it says in the Bible, you gotta do. That's it. Just follow the book. It's as simple as that. But you know how Israel be. They like to, do whatever the hell they want to do. Which is, it is what it is, right? But let's go to Ezekiel. All right, let's go to Ezekiel. The prophet, the mighty prophet. Go to verse or chapter 22. I think verse 8, right? Verse 8. Thou hast despised my holy things and hast profaned my Sabbaths. The reason why I brought this out was because this is the time of the Babylonian captivity. The people, our people was, profaning the Shabbat and doing just wicked things, right? And this is why we're in captivity today. Because we're not following his laws. We're not following his commandments. Just like the time of Ezekiel, they were doing the same thing, profaning the Shabbat. They were like, "Oh yeah, let's go buy and sell. Oh yeah, let me go cook this, and let's go to parties and have the carne asada." What I'm saying, do all that. What I'm saying, like they're just going off, right? And that's why we're in captivity again. It's judgment, but it is what it is, right? Let's go to another example in the Apocrypha. It's going to be First Maccabees. First Maccabees. And chapter 1. Verse 40. Let me check. Verse 42, I believe. Yeah, verse 42. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 42. And everyone should leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to the religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Shabbat. So at this time, it's another captivity, the Grecian captivity. And we were listening to the heathens. And we were profaning the Shabbat. And we were doing wicked. We were just being wicked. Crazy, man. And we're still doing this today. We're listening to the white man and saying, "Oh yeah, no, the Sabbath is Sunday. That's where we go to church. That's when we have whatever." What I'm saying? They say all this stuff, man. The white man has literally lied to us, man. They're the devil. They've deceived us. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, that's what we get for profaning the Shabbat. We're in the damn Grecian captivity. Right, we're in the damn Babylonian captivity, and today we're in spiritual Babylon. We're in damn Sodom. It's crazy, and this is I don't know, man. Our people haven't learned, but Lord willing, our people are gonna get this understanding, are gonna wake up from this matrix, I guess you could say, But yeah, let me get one more thing, right? Let's get one more thing. Let's go to Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs. Yeah. After Psalms. There you go. It's going to be Proverbs 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto your own understanding. Don't lean unto your own understandings in this. Do what the Bible has told us to do. Keep the Shabbat. Do it in uprightness and in truth. That's because if not, it's just going to lead us astray. It's going to lead us to captivity. It's going to lead us in this damn bondage. It's going to lead us to the curses of Deuteronomy 28. It's going to do all those things. We got to keep the Shabbat. It's not one of those things where it's just, oh yeah, it's Old Testament, this and that. That's why I brought out that the law is forever, because it never gone away. It never went away. So we have to understand this and not lean onto onto our own understanding. Lean onto the Most High's understanding. Lean onto Yahweh Shai's understanding. We have to understand that. Let's not, do whatever the hell we want to do. Because that's what our flesh says. Let's do whatever the Most High wants us. Because He has the best intention for us. He wants us to rest. He doesn't want us to work. Like, what's so bad about that? He's saying, no, my children deserve to rest. My children deserves to be cool. He wants the best for us. But nah, we just want to work. We want to do this. We want to do that. It's crazy, man. But this is what the devil wants us to do. The devil wants us to work 24/7 all the time. Like, it's wild, man. It's wild, man. Let's go to Sirach, though. Let's go to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, in your Apocrypha. Chapter 3. Chapter 3 and 24. Yeah. This is Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. Our people are deceived by their own vain opinion about this. You know, that's why there's a lot of doctrines on, oh yeah, like, you know, we're supposed to do this and not do that on the Shabbat. But no, let's just stick to what the Bible says. Stop trying to add things and make it seem like it's all this some other thing. No. Stop leaning onto your own understanding. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion. Our opinion should be this right here, right? This right here. Like, stop trying to make up your own doctrines. Just listen to the Bible, right? And it's simple. It's as simple as that. Family, Israel. I had to make this lesson because, you know, a lot of our people understand this. They understand, like, oh, the Shabbat is a holy day. We're supposed to sanctify it and keep it differently. But they just don't want to keep it straight up. Like, they just don't want to keep it. They just want to be like, I mean, yeah, I won't work, but let me go cook up some, you know what I'm saying? Some whatever. Some frijoles, whatever. Arroz. Like, our people just don't want to, they just don't want to put it all in. You know, they're kind of just like lukewarm. They're just like, oh, yeah, like, I understand, but I want to cook. Come on, man. Keep the word. Keep the word. Keep the law. Like I said, you know, the wages of sin is death. That's why, you know, if you broke the law, that's why if you broke the Shabbat, you were going to be put to death. Because you were transgressing the law. But that's pretty much my lesson. You know, like I said, I brought the beginning out. I brought how, you know, creation, seventh day, the Most High rested, and I brought the law from Moses, etc. I brought that there's examples in the New Testaments about the preparation day and the Sabbath. I brought out that the law is forever. I also brought out the captivities, that we were just profaning the Shabbat. And I also brought out that, you know, our people are just doing whatever the hell they want to do, you know, which is wicked, you know. And that's pretty much all I wanted to bring out today. I hope y'all got edified, family. This has been, you know, it's a cool lesson, you know, but I really hope that y'all really just got edified by this and learned at least one thing, you know, at least one thing, you know. But if you have any questions, just comment down below. You know, always reach out. You know, you can always reach out. Like, just ask a question. You know, follow us on all the platforms and everything. You know, on all the channels of BOW. But yeah, like I said, thank you again, Israel, and I appreciate for you sticking around. Right. That was it, though, family. I appreciate it. And shalom, family. Kam Yasharallah.